Hi guys, welcome back to Wrestling Tea Tarot. I am Calypso Vibes here with my partner Jude. We are doing a reading on Trish Stratus of WWE. As you guys know, Trish Stratus just turned on Becky Lynch and cost Becky Lynch and Lita their tag team titles, which was really weird concept and kind of some lazy booking by WWE. As I just told you, I think WWE is already dropping the ball drastically with this storytelling, and I don't think this rivalry is going to be as good as everybody will like, because I think they should have begun building it at WrestleMania if this is the route they were going to go of Trish turning heel. Because, by the way, the dirt sheets have been predicting Trish going heel for like the last month on Becky. So this isn't new news, and it wasn't a shock when it happened, unfortunately. But I think it'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to be that great because, again, just how this rivalry is starting is kind of lazy booking. I'm not as interested in it as I think I would have been if they would have done subtle building up to it, right?
They did do a little bit in that, interview segment prior to WrestleMania where I forget who was conducting the interview, but they asked Trish, well, how do you feel being back up to this? And she kind of rolled her eyes, and it was low key, but they did a little something.
Yeah, not as much as they could have. So, I think they could have done a lot better. But let's see what's going on in the back. Let's see if there's real personal feelings while also doing this shoot or work with Trish, and see how Lita feels. Let's see if Becky Lynch comes up in this reading. But again, welcome to Wrestling Tea Tarot. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bells to know when we go live. And let's dive into seeing what we can see for Trish Stratus. Again, remember, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes. First thing I got is Party External. Did something else pop? I felt like something flew. Maybe not. I just want to make sure we ain't losing cards. Again, this is for Trish Stratus of WWE. Control Tactics. Temptation and Deception. Well, we know that. We also got Forming Structure and a Solid Foundation. We got Partying, Temptation, Control Tactics. Feminine, clearly the energy. So far, all the good cards are telling what's been happening. They were partying after WrestleMania. They've been riding a high. Venus, Offer, Union. All right. Let's see what else we can get from Miss Trish Stratus. Ooh. Illusion. This felt like it wanted to fall. Limitations and Fears. This might be all we're going to get. Just decided to stick to my hand. More North Node cards. So, a sec, you guys. All right. So, we have Limitations, Fears, Remember, Awakening, Contracts and Commitments, Offers. So yeah, I'm not shocked that we're seeing this. All right, so let's paint a picture. What do you think of the cards so far that you've seen, Jude?
Little hard to tell what's work and what's shoot. I mean, the
Party External.
The storyline's doing what it's doing, but this definitely feels behind the scenes, and that's good.
Feminine energy, clearly involved. Then we have Control Tactics. That looks like Trish's face on Vinny's, Trish's heel on Vinny's face. Yes, oh, I absolutely think that's Vinny's face. Deception and Temptation. So we know she deceived Becky, right? Forming Structure and a Solid Foundation, right? comfort zone, south node, and clinging. Trish is clinging on to something. Probably the past, because I think I pulled a past card, right? So she's still clinging on to being, you know, this big draw, the it girl of the company.
The top diva.
You know, being at the top of the game. I definitely think she might even be building this storyline, to be honest. Might be, you know, in the back putting this together in control. Integration and union. Interesting card, right? I've never seen this card. I don't think we've ever pulled this so far. Integration and union. So that's definitely her relationship with someone, which makes me think Lita, because her and Lita are so close.
They got a lot of history.
They have a lot of history. Venus offer. Venus is what sign?
Venus is Libra.
No one's a Libra?
No, but actually, I think Venus might impact another sign as well as Libra. I just always think of Libra first for
North Node.
obvious reasons.
North Node, cosmic purpose. So she's definitely here for a purpose. She's gonna fulfill a purpose. Right? Fears and limitations. I definitely think she has fears. I definitely think she feels like she's limited, right? Because she's a little bit older. She fights a lot different than a lot of these girls who want to do this hard-hitting stuff, right? She's from a Divas era versus, you know, the women's wrestling era, right? But
Venus also governs Taurus. I can't think of any Taurus involved in this situation either.
Remember awakening. Well, Venus could also just be feminine energy and an offer being presented to her. So there's definitely, because I have contracts in my hand, so there's definitely an offer for her. More money being at play, clearly. Remember awakening. So, you know, she's remembering the past, awakening that old school, you know, getting fired up. I definitely think she's going to be into this. You know what I mean? I definitely think she's been partying, enjoying her time back, which is good. We like to see that, right? She's a part of the structure and the foundation of the women's evolution and the women's, you know, where they are now. Like, Trish is like one of the biggest trailblazers, right? So she's definitely, when I see solid foundation, I definitely think she's always a reliable source for the Fed to go back to.
Right. It's only been, what, 3 years or so since she fought Charlotte?
Right. Until debt tears us apart, contract, careers, and commitments. So, yeah, we're talking about her career. We're talking about the contract. So, yeah, that offer and contract definitely sits on top of each other. So, let's move that so we can keep that together. A lot of feminine energy, which we know it's 3 ladies involved, right? So, it's very, very, very feminine. Confusion, Neptune, and illusions, which we know she deceived both of her friends, for that matter, in this rivalry, right? So, who's Neptune?
Neptune is Pisces, but I just remembered a Libra who's been instrumental in the current state of the women's division.
Oh, Stephanie
McMahon.
Absolutely. But we have comfort zone and south node, which the Fed is her comfort zone. Like, I could never see Trish going to another company. Like, never.
Think of the money that Libra would offer her, though.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
I agree with you. I don't think she would.
Even if he offered her a lot of money, I don't think she would do it. I think the WWE is her home. I think she's seen how legends from the Fed are treated on the other side. Like, going to WrestleCon and seeing Christian have no one on his line was like the hardest thing I've ever seen.
And remember how long, like, Trish and Lita's line was out the door.
It was really long. She wouldn't give that up. Leaving the Fed, she would be giving that up.
And we're talking about WrestleCon 2022 in Dallas.
I think she'd be absurd. No offense. He wouldn't know how to take care of her anyway. Who's Neptune, though? What planet is Neptune?
That's Pisces. And, again, no Pisces are coming to mind involved in this situation.
We'll keep pulling. Woo. Oh, Lord. These cards love to pop on me. The way I hit the back of them. What a mess, right? Date night, going out, romance. So we got partying. The going out is real. Her and her husband might be enjoying themselves, spending that money. What a mess, clean it up mistake. So, To me, that actually says a lot. I told you I think this is a mess so far. That's my own thing, right? She also got new love, playfulness, flirting. Ooh, let me find out Trish in the back flirting with all this partying, right? No disrespect. She also got a new rack of boobs that, oh my God, are humongous, right? So maybe she is feeling herself, feeling sexy again, right? She's back in the limelight.
Right. I mean, Trisha's kids are about 10 and 5 or 6 now.
Right.
So, yes, now she's the early mom phase of, doting on toddlers is behind her.
Right.
To some degree, yeah, she's reclaiming her adult Trish. Because, I mean, she's still young. I mean, she's 47.
But that's all I'm saying. Like, she's reclaiming her femininity. And I'm here for this era. I say this all the time. Children rule our lives so much and we lose ourselves. But let me tell you, this energy says Trish is claiming her boss bee energy. I can feel it all in these cards. Yep. Trail a new happy cycle. So yeah, she's really happy to be back. Because I even got playfulness. Right? But I think she thinks how this rivalry is being built is a mess. Because there's something that makes her think, what a mess. Right? There's something there that she's like, oh, this is messy, right? And then endings, change, transformation. Well, we know what she's going through right now, turning heel, right? I pulled it, baby. Transformation. Let me see if I can get like 1 or 2 more cards.
Which I think Trish is more comfortable as a heel anyway. She was a heel for so much of her career. Until she and Lita kind of did that double turn.
Right. Take a peek. Okay. I don't think that applies. Let's see. So we got travel, movement, which we know she's traveling. She's back on the circuit, right? So, she's doing more traveling than she's ever done in a long time, right? Trisha's been home, right? Homebody, being a mom. So she's back on the road. She's on the move. We know she's a foreigner because she's a Canadian. So that applies, right? And then we got divine timing, trust the plan, patience. So she thinks it's a mess, but Spirit is telling her trust the plan. She just needs to be patient. Divine timing, right? Her being back is divine timing because I even have cosmic purpose. So I think these cards definitely go together. Like, she's meant to be back to pay it forward, right? Like this is her duty to come back, put other talent over, pay her dues for all her blessings because she's still reaping very well financial blessings out of this, right? But we have divine purpose. Like she was always meant to be in wrestling. I get a lot of divine purpose that wrestling was always meant for, like Trish. Trish was always meant to be a star, I guess is what I'm saying, right? Like to shine on a stage. Celebration, victory, achievement. Yep. So her turning heel makes her so excited. Like she's really excited for this. She's actually celebrating turning heel, right? Victory and achievement. And then mystery, confusion, unclarity. So we have illusions and confusion coming through twice, right? Just a reinforcement of that card. So I've now pulled 2 confusion cards and mystery, right? So I don't think they have this rivalry planned out, right? Which is why she thinks it's a mess, right? They don't have a solid story already mapped out for her. So, it's as much as she's playful, she's happy, she's having date nights, they're enjoying themselves, but it doesn't change that behind the scenes. It's a mess. Right. It's a little bit of a mess. There's a lot of confusion. And because Vinny is involved, they don't know who's running Raw. Everything's a mess. Things are changing constantly, right? Plans.
At some point, probably, Triple H, Paul Levesque had the idea of, okay, well, we're doing all this throwback stuff to WrestleMania 21. Let's get Trish and Lita involved again, and brought them back. And now Vince is back, and who knows? Is Lita gonna stay working now that she's dropped that belt? Is this gonna become just a program between Becky and Trish, similar to what she did with Charlotte. But if I remember right, when she fought Charlotte, it was legit just a one and done, right? They had the typical, I'm the new person and you're the older person. Go back to your minivan. Go back and be a mom. And now that she's done being a mom, or at least done being the mom of young kids, because of course she'll be a mom for life. I don't want to give the wrong idea there, but now that she no longer has toddlers,
she's very spiritual, which we know.
She's back.
Ooh, the energy just changed. By the way, this is the petty cards, you guys. This is the petty cards for Trish Stratus at WWE. This is her petty side. Like,
why does that blessed card feel like Mercedes to me?
Right. Oh, she doesn't feel that petty, so that's good. There we go. So let's see what we got on her petty side. This is what the petty, the little gossip in the back, right? The stand. Liking someone or something a lot. Unhealthy character traits. Stalker, fan, obsessed. Oof. She feels somebody's obsessed with her.
So maybe somebody who just came back and sold the company?
I don't know. I don't think it necessarily means that neither, but it could be, I told you, it could be Becky. Like I told you, you don't think so, but I think Trish probably sees a lot of the younger generation always talking about her and Lita, her and Lita, her and Lita, her and Lita. They do. They talk about them a lot, right? To the point that I wonder sometimes if Trish feels like these kids, are still riding a bike with training wheels, right? Like they had to work hard for their positions. Like for everything they got was like really hard. But I think Becky absolutely had to carve her path the hard way. So I really feel like she should, appreciate that for Becky, it wasn't as easy as it was for Charlotte, right? Because there was definitely a lot of shade in her rivalry with Charlotte. She definitely didn't look at Charlotte with the eyes of respect. And I like, they was showing like a lot of previews of her rivalry with Charlotte. Saw it on YouTube. And I was like, ooh, there's like a little bit of some petty rolling the eyes in that. I'm not getting that in this, which is good. Right? But I definitely still think there's some, I think she's much more humble because she's a little bit older, even a little bit older than she is than what she was with Charlotte.
Sure. And if she saw that match that Charlotte and Rhea
I definitely think she might respect Charlotte differently.
She had better.
She should.
Because that was a classic.
It was. And it's definitely the best women's match, like, in a long time. It's up there as one of the absolute best. I'm not arguing that. Blessed. Something good has happened. Expressing gratitude for blessings. I'm feeling lucky. Luck on your side. So she definitely really does. There's no pettiness in that. Like she truly does feel like she's in a blessed opportunity. Someone's a stan of hers. And I told you that's Vinny. Because the control tactics of the heel on your face. Mm-hmm. One of them men or Paul or someone, I don't know, this is all speculation, allegedly entertainment purposes, whatever man she has control over in that company, hell, all I know could be Bruce Pritchard. Someone is a real fan. I mean, fan of Miss Status. Okay? Gas. Being applauded and cheered on. Over the top compliments. Support and encouragement. That's gassed. So yes, I think she feels like someone's a little bit excessive with the compliments.
Yeah.
Benching, putting someone on hold, has potential but not sure yet. Waiting, maybe grass is greener. Interesting card, right? Benching. Like, who does she feel is being benched? Again, maybe it's Lita.
Maybe, right, I mean...
That she feels Lita is being benched in this.
Trisha's role is becoming more prominent. Lita's just had this, kayfabe attack where Lita's unable to perform. That might be Lita. I mean...
But she's definitely a spiritualist, which we know. She's into yoga. She's gratitude. which is great. I see a lot of gratitude. I feel a lot of gratitude. I feel a lot of divine timing. Oh no, I'm walking my purpose. I'm happy to do this, right? Like she's definitely happy to be in this position of, even if it's to put Becky, she's happy to do it right now. Like, because she's making good money, because someone's such a damn stand for her. She's being paid well, right? Searching for meaning in life, discovering the magic around you, manifestation in the spirit realm. So yes, she's manifesting. She might even manifested this. Like, oh, I want to go back and maybe made a call, right? For all we know, we think, they called her. Maybe she called them like, hey, look, I'm ready to come back whenever y'all want. Like, the kids are good. I know we talked about it before, but if it's this year, so she's definitely in a good place. And I didn't pull a lot of petty cards out of that deck, so that's good.
And the one, right, and the cards that you did pull weren't particularly petty.
Nope, just some dude. Just some dude in the back doing the most. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. So somebody really be stalking her. They lost their chance, or you did. Interesting. This is the What's the Tea deck, you guys. Woo. Hold up. I be trying to direct and aim. Ooh, family issues. Ooh. Ooh. There was a lot of love cards too, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not my business. There's that impersonator card. I told you. I think she definitely feels like somebody be trying to be like her. And then we got Dusted Off. And then we got Low IQ. Ooh. Who she feel like has a low IQ? Crying over you, sad, hurt, upset. Ooh. Is she going through like a divorce or separation? Impersonator. Drama starter. Romantic affair, love affair, family issues. They lost their chance, or you did, looking you up. These are interesting. Remember, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes, you guys. None of it is factual as of yet. This is just me, for the good of all and harm and none. We're just, pulling some tarot that we happen to be very gifted at, divination, that you can look at our other videos on Wrestling Tea Tarot to find out.
So that Venus card that I said I always think of as Libra, but it's also governs Taurus.
Yes.
Her husband's a Taurus.
Ooh, child. Allegedly for entertainment purposes.
Well, I mean, factually, her husband, Ron Fischio, is a Taurus.
I understand. How long they been married?
Quite a while.
It happens. When you be with somebody for, once you hit that 10-year marker.
Yeah, I believe it's more than 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've been married since 2006, so they're 17, coming up on 17 years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No disrespect to any men watching. Men tend to get very comfortable in their relationships. And you just want to feel sexy, right? Which is why she feels gassed. Oh, my God. Someone's making her feel like, oh, girl, you fly. Girl, you hot. Girl, you. She's feeling young again. Someone in that locker room got Miss Status, Trish, or the fans, right? For that matter, it could be the fans, men in the locker room. Ooh, tea. The tea is hot, y'all. And this is allegedly for entertainment purposes. Looking you up, researching, you studying, you getting info. Right? Someone's all in her business. Last chances. They lost your chance, or you did. I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, this probably is Trish's last run, right? It's her last
possibly.
chance. Like I said, she's 47.
She might take on a different role, though, if she comes back. I hope she actually does commentary, like, in a sense of, like, I don't understand. They always have, and this is no disrespect. They have a lot of dudes on the panels, right? Why not bring a legend? Like, they used to have Lita on the panel.
And they've had Beth.
Right, but they never have had Trish. I would like to see Trish on the panel. She actually can talk well. Like, and she's good looking on the eyes. They should have her on the, pay-per-view panels instead of Booker T. Oh my God, I'm so sick of Booker T. Family issues. No disrespect, because Booker T's such a hater, y'all. Oh my God, I can't stand Booker T. Y'all can tell him I said that too, because he's such a hater. Family issues. She's definitely, allegedly, there's some things in there, I mean?
So we're saying the possibility is maybe this wasn't, oh, the family's Gucci, I can go do this. It's, oh, I'm so socking them.
Not them, don't imply them, him.
Somebody.
Him.
Oh, let me get out the house a little bit.
Yes. Moms need breaks too, by the way.
Allegedly for entertainment purposes.
God, when you be about your kids 24/7, I say it all the time, mommies need mommy vacations. They need girls' trips. They need to feel sexy and young again. No different than a dude. I think dudes should take those trips.
Well, let me, again, allegedly for entertainment purposes, while I was looking up the husband of Trish Stratus, he's 5'4". Short dudes need a lot of attention.
They do. A lot of reassurance.
And also a bodybuilder, because, Trish was a fitness model, bodybuilder. He's also a bodybuilder. Probably kind of a diva. I don't know the man, allegedly for entertainment purposes.
But I'm just thinking about it, right? Romantic love affair. Ooh, Lord. Ooh. Secret lover. Oh, Lord. I'm going to be quiet. I'm just going to start pulling these cards. I'm going to just read them, y'all. This is the what's the tea, and I'm not going to read into a drama starter. So she thinks someone's a drama starter, though. Like, someone around her is definitely starting drama, unfortunately. She thinks, it says, wants to be you, acts like you, dresses like you, looks like you, copies you. I told Jude, for the first time, I saw Becky Lynch add blonde to her hair. And she came out on Raw with the blonde in her hair. If you guys know Becky Lynch, she has never had blonde hair. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And for the first time had half, like a quarter of her hair is blonde, or half, like the ends, the tips. And I'm wondering if that's part of the story, right? Is the impersonator, right? Oh, no, you just want to be like me.
Oh, I hope not. 'Cause again, the way they're riding this nostalgia, you think they're They're not. They're not recreating the whole single white female bit that they did with Mickey back in the day.
Possibly.
Because Mickey did all that.
Right. But there's clearly some, I think you're an impersonator energy, right? Crying over you, sad, hurt, etc. Sorry, it's literally what it says, and my tongue got twisted for it. Sad, hurt, upset, etc. So someone's crying over her, or she's crying over someone. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, she thinks someone has low IQ, right? Or someone has said that to her, like, oh, you ain't that smart. I don't know. Again, that could go either way, right? That's the thing about trying to read these cards and dust it off. She's trying to dust it off. Whatever drama's in her life, she's definitely just trying to dust it off, and, it's like, whatever. So, there's that. I don't want to read hard into those cards because that's her personal life. There's a lot of personal life coming up. And that tends to happen when you're doing these readings, right? It's hard not to sometimes get a peek in people's personal business. I don't like to elaborate into people's personal business when we pull those kind of cards sometimes, unless we're literally looking at that, right? Like, oh, she's leaving WWE, what's going on, like things like that. We're looking from the story angle of why she's back, why she went heel.
So you're saying, to
some degree, the possibly coming back is because of, needing a break from the Canadian home life. Let's just say that.
So the dust it off, we're going to assume is related to her ring work, and not that secret romance girl's time to dust it off. And get your groove back.
Nope. And how Stella finds her groove back is her business. And
okay.
Good for you, Trish Stratus. Get your groove back, sister. I'm here for that. if he ain't treating you right, do what's best for you. You with them new bobs, baby, you'll catch anything. This reading is for Trish Stratus at WWE, you guys. Trish Stratus at WWE. Thanks for watching Wrestling Tea Tarot. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell to know when we are live. Also, leave a comment. We would love for your comments on what else you would like to see us do. We are a new channel, and so far we've had a lot of good support and comments. Thank you to everybody who leaves a comment on our videos, who likes our videos and watches them all the way through. We really appreciate you. We're pushing to try to get to monetization. And we'll continue to keep putting out, videos and content as the tea spills in WWE or AEW or New Japan for that matter. I do plan to do Mercedes and Naomi soon, coming up here. I may try to do Bray Wyatt again. I've done 2 Bray Wyatt readings privately. His energy always feels so, It's hard to do Bray. So, if you haven't yet, check out our Vicky Guerrero video that Jude did. Think you'll find it interesting. And we're going to wrap up this Trish Stratus of WWE reading. Again, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. Stratus of WWE. Stratus of WWE. Oh, that might be it. Oh. Alrighty. There's everything. All right, you guys, so we've got a devil, we've got a fool. Sorry, you guys, y'all hear my dog who wants to go out. Let her out, please. Oh, because she wants to check on what's going on. She hears noises of the children in the house. Sorry, you guys. That's what it's like to be a doggy mom. So now she's out. She can roam the house. We have the world, completion, travel, integration, accomplishment, fulfillment, international affairs, immigration. Not shocked. Just reinforcement of her being a foreigner. She's a Canadian. We know she's traveling. I also think the world is Trish Stratus' oyster right now. We know she's accomplished. She feels fulfilled. I definitely felt the spiritual blessed, right? She's happy. So, no, this is a really good card, the world. And she's definitely on the move.
Right. Aren't the next 3 pay-per-views international?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically Puerto Rico is not international, but
yes.
Again, we got Puerto Rico, UK, and Saudi coming up, right?
Yes. And if this is going to be built till SummerSlam or Backlash, I mean, she's going to be on the move regardless. So, and then we have death. Ending, rebirth, transformation, which we know she's transforming into a heel. She's ending the good girl cycle, the best friend to tag along, right? Beginnings, loss, end of a cycle, and renewal. I don't know if that's personal, but let's just stay in kayfabe, right? The character that she currently was is dying and is being rebirthed, right? Then we have suffering, worry, lack of sleep, anxiety, negativity, regret, breaking point, mental anguish. Oof. She's not sleeping well, right? Regardless, right? I think she is worried because I told you I think she feels like this story has been a mess. I definitely pulled the mess. So there's some worry about how she's being used coming back, right? And possibly that Lita's being benched, right? Because we definitely felt that she was confused. I pulled a lot of confusion cards. So yes, you tend to worry a little bit. Even though she's enjoying herself, partying, having fun, she is worried about, 1, where the story's going. 2, is probably going to happen to Lita. Confusion because they keep changing things on the fly. Worried if Vinny's back in control. Paul's in control this week. Like, it's a mess. So there's a lot of worry and anxiety in them cards too. Because what does that mean for her and her story, right? Then we have King of Swords. And we have stern, masculine energy, power, logical, authority, legal matters, discipline, head over heart. So there's definitely some legal things playing out behind the scenes of some masculine energy, power, authority, right? This could be Vinny. This could be Paul, right? So, or this could be her marriage. I'm not sure, but that's not my business, right? But there's some masculine energy involved in her story, which we know that's Paul, or it could be Vinny. So things are a mess, right? Defending yourself, boundaries, standing your ground. Challenge, determined, territorial, defensive. So she's standing ground. She's definitely fighting some of this creative mess that's happening, right? So she's She's definitely she's defending herself and her boundaries, right? Because we got some stalker energy, like a stand, over complimentary. So she's definitely establishing boundaries with people, right? Devil, addiction, obsession, cheating. Oof, more love affair stuff, energy, cheating, attachment, restriction, secrecy, temptation, manipulation. So she might possibly feel like she's being manipulated a little bit, right? With this devil card, like people are, tricking her, manipulating her, feeling people are possibly obsessed with her a little bit. That temptation card coming through again, right? A lot of temptation, dudes in the back, a lot of these wrestlers are, a little hot in the pants. You know what I'm saying? So somebody might be trying to tempt her out of her marriage. Step into the unknown, adventure, new beginnings, free spirit. I told you, there's a lot of feeling blessed, free spirit. I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful. A lot of gratitude energies coming through. Spirit, naive, leap of faith, and spontaneous. So, that's the energy we're pulling. So I think this rivalry, her energy feels very good and positive, but I definitely think there's a lot of confusion, a lot of worry, thinking it's a mess. I can't tell you where this storyline is going, unfortunately. 5 decks, and I still can't tell you what's going to play out because it really is a mess, and there's chaotic energy in the back. I pulled that all throughout the deck. Confusion, chaotic, a mess. It's a mess. Unfortunately, I can't tell you if this is going to go, be the drizzling pits, or if it's going to be good. But I do think she's excited for the heel turn. That I felt, right? That she loves being a heel. She enjoys that. So that's a good thing, that she's got to be on the go. There's definitely offers on the table, right? Money, a lot of feminine energy. So she definitely has a lot of feminine support around her. Nothing too petty, shockingly, with the women, right? But she does feel like someone's copycatting her a little bit. Little impersonator, little impersonator energy is there, right? So there's a little bit of like, and it could totally not be Becky, y'all. It could be maybe some of them younger girls who fangirl over her, that she feels like somebody else is possibly trying to look like her, act like her, and be like her. So she definitely feels there's some impersonator energy in the back. But I haven't gotten anything like vicious except for her marriage, right? Her relationship, a lot of, oh my God, a lot of relationship cards. So I'm, that's not our business. It's allegedly for entertainment purposes. I just hope Trish makes the best decision for herself and her children, and that she's happy and stays safe. And keep standing her ground and making, setting boundaries where she is. Keep doing that. And, I think she'll be all right. But I definitely think she's making good money, a contract. It's divine timing. This is good energy, is what I'm saying. Like, she was meant to do this. She loves the business so much. I feel a lot of that. Like, I don't feel like this. I just feel a little bit of sadness. Like, if y'all want to know from the impact, there's a little bit of sadness, but it doesn't feel like it's from the business, right? And I think I'm feeling a little bit of bittersweet. So maybe it is her last run, right? Because there's this little bit of heaviness that feels a little bittersweet. So, if I had to sit here and like kind of feel what I felt, it's definitely a little bittersweet energy coming through. But I think she feels like it's a completion. Like, this is the completion of her cycle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm meant to do this, and whatever comes after this, great, right? It's kind of like that, but I'm going with the flow. But she definitely isn't quite happy with how the story's playing out.
I think probably the reason why we're not getting a whole lot of sense of where the story might be going is because that doesn't really impact Trish personally, right? That the fact that she feels like it's kind of a mess, it's still coming together, like that's not really part of her energy at the moment. She's like, okay, I'm doing this job, I like being back, being part of the business, being part of the locker room. The story kind of is what it is. And
she's enjoying herself though. Like, there's a lot of, like I said, party, enjoying myself. Her and Lita have had a ball over Mania and stuff.
I would not be a bit surprised, especially given that, we're already in the beginning of April. I think it should be pretty obvious she's at least going to fight at at Backlash at the beginning of May in Puerto Rico, probably will fight Becky. I wouldn't be surprised if she's around at least one more pay-per-view, because who loves to throw money at legend wrestlers?
Oh yeah, the Saudi event.
And the idea that she would end up in Saudi, because we haven't had any of the legends on the women's side.
Yes, we have. Lita went to Saudi.
Oh my gosh.
She fought Becky.
Exactly.
Yeah, Becky's now about to fight Trish. Yes. So, hence all the travel, international affairs.
Right.
She's going to Saudi.
Right. The Saudi prince, by the way, is a Virgo like Vince.
There we go. All right, you guys. This is all I could get for now. I think she's going to be here till Saudi. That's my opinion. I even think really till SummerSlam. I could be wrong, alleged, but she feels somebody's being benched. So I think, if you want my honest opinion, and this is just me possibly throwing something out there just based on the energy, I think she would have loved to win the tag team titles with her and Lita. No disrespect to Becky, but I think there's a part of her that's the impersonator part a little bit too. Is like, oh no, you took that from me. Like I wanted that with Lita. Like, and she may even say that. If she says that, I'm gonna die laughing. Right? Oh, that was supposed to be me and Lita. That's my best friend. You know, something like that. Stay tuned, and if that plays out, make sure you know where you heard it first or seen it first. All right, you guys, I'm done. That's the energy I see. Unfortunately, I can't see a lot because that thing is on the go. It's just being planned weekly. So unfortunately, they don't have a solid structure, which I said this story to me had the potential of like bloodline story, right? I mean, in the sense of it could have been really properly built and, pulling on our past heartstrings. And I felt the same thing of Charlotte like that. Like, yeah, they had these petty round stabs. They never build the women's storytelling to me properly like they could and get people so invested and involved and mad, right? So it is what it is. But thank you for watching. This is Wrestling Tea Tarot. I'm Calypso Vibes here with my partner Jude. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bell. Please leave a comment, even if it's just a heart. And we would love to know what else you would like to, see. Give us some more suggestions. And stay tuned and check out our other videos. Thank you. Bye.